My name is Devin Burke. I'm CEO of Universal Cargo Management. I'm here with my management team, and we're bringing together 25 years of experience in business to bring you 7 HR tips to managing your human resources.
Hi, and welcome to 7 HR Tips for Managing Your Greatest Resource. This is our third segment, and we want to talk today about people in your company and how they are different, but they are predictably different. You know, you have some people in your company that are loud, never stop talking. Other people, it's hard to get them to speak up with ideas. Some people step in and dominate a meeting. Other people leave that meeting and prepare detailed reports that'll blow your mind. Why are they so different? And why is it that despite their differences, they all bring something valuable to the table? Well, that's because there are actually 4 distinct personality types. And this is not new information. It goes back thousands of years. And so we've learned a lot about it over the years. What you want to do with your people is identify those types and understand their strengths and their weaknesses so you can deploy them effectively, but also so they can communicate better with each other. Here at Universal, we use the D.I.S.C profile system, and that helps us to accomplish just that. D.I.S.C stands for the 4 personality types. The first one is D, and D stands for dominant. Now, 3% of the population are pure D, pure dominant. I happen to be one of those 3%. Dominant people are very task-oriented, very focused, and very deadline-oriented, very bottom-line oriented. They're comfortable stepping up and taking charge of a situation, even if nobody's asked them to. They're quite comfortable telling other people what to think. If you want a mental picture, think of a general in the military, just very commanding and always trying to get things done on time and their way. Now, the second type is the I personality, which is the influencer. This is someone just the life of the party. They're a lot of fun. They're good in front of people. They're good speakers. They can bring the energy level of the room up. People want to be around them. They're always exciting, and they're always moving in a direction that gets people inspired or influenced. They make great salespeople. They make great front people. If you're trying to think of a mental picture of this, like a Jim Carrey type, who can just walk into a room full of complete strangers and just dominate the room. Third personality type is the S. That's the stable personality type. And these are the people that make up 69% of the population. Now, the S is a very relational, like the I, very relational, very people-oriented. They don't like conflict. They want to get along with people. And so they're peacemakers, essentially. These are the people that keep the rest of humanity anchored. Whereas the D and the I are very impulsive, and they get an idea and they'll go with it. The S is the personality that's going to say, you know, maybe we should actually think about what we're doing before we just go jump off the next cliff or try the next idea. The fourth personality style is your C personality. That's your correct personality. They make up 17% of the population. And they are, again, like the D, they are task-oriented, but they're more oriented toward details. They like to see every little thing just come apart and work the way it's supposed to. They love spreadsheets. They love charts. They love schedules. They love graphs.
I love giraffes.
Details aren't just important to them. Details are actually relaxing to them. Whereas the I personality can't imagine spending all day with your face in a spreadsheet. A C personality is comforted by this because it brings order to their world. They can understand things better if they can see what's going to happen next. So all 4 of these come together, and you need all 4 of them on a team to get the most out of your people. If you're short in one area or your people are misplaced, if you've got your I's in charge of the deadline or your D's in charge of going over and taking a look at them, you've just got them all mixed around. You want to have the right people in the right place playing to their strengths, understanding and respecting each other, and learning how to communicate with each other. Here at Universal, we have our own version of Jim Carrey. Devin, who is the CEO, is definitely a high I personality type. Devin, tell us a little bit about how that affects you.
Smoking!
Right.
Couldn't resist.
Okay.
What drives me as an I personality is I love being around people. I'm always the last person to leave a party. Literally, I'm the last person. I'm usually helping cleaning up.
That's why I always invite Devin to my party.
I can't keep a secret, but I'm really good at sales because people generally feel like, like I enjoy being with them. So they want to be with me. I don't know how it works, but it just happens. And I personalities are very creative. I come up with a lot of ideas all the time. Most of them are being shut down by S's and C's around me. But, it generally makes for a very good salesperson and someone who is an entrepreneur and has a lot of ideas and always looks at the big picture.
Now, Kamy, you're a C personality. And C, if you want a picture for that from pop culture, Mr. Spock is the C. Always the detail, highly intelligent, always thinking. But often overlooked is the fact that C's are highly creative as well. So, Kamy, tell us about being a C.
Well, C is just you're creative. You are you like details. You like to know how. You like to know the whys. You just facts alone is not enough to motivate you, and that's how I am. I like to see the details, see how, the statement you're making. What's the true weight to it. C's are good at creating systems and putting together procedures and following that. and I try to do the best I can in that area.
Well, a little more than that. A few years back, you came in and applying your C strengths, you adopted a new computer system that was actually increased the proficiency of the employees. So now we've got employees that are doing about 20% more in the same amount of time without really having to work any harder, because you were able to look at that situation logically and improve the efficiency of it. Now, Devin, as a high I, you were hired into this company as a low-level salesperson, and were so effective at sales, you were able to actually buy the company.
Right.
So you can see when someone is actually moving in their strength, it's hugely valuable. Now, the sad thing is, if we were to switch you guys, if we'd hired you as low-level sales and put you in charge of the computer system, you probably both would have been fired. It's just not your greatest strength. So if you've got people on your team that aren't performing the way you want them to perform, consider the possibility they're just in the wrong lane. And rather than getting rid of them, profile them, find out their strengths, put them where they belong. You want to have them in their lanes, doing what they're gifted to do, doing what they're strong at, and respecting the differences in each other so they can communicate effectively with each other. Thank you for joining us for this segment of 7 HR tips for managing your greatest resource. I encourage you to become proficient with these personality types. They'll make an enormous difference in your organization. And if you want to learn more about them or utilize them, go to thecredosolution.com and provide you with the profiles and help you apply this resource within your company.